Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to our Metallica discography. So, for those that want to know what this is all about, allow me to fill you guys in. So, by Christmas Day of this year, I plan on putting a little bow and sewing it all up with our time with Metallica. So, we better give it the best sort of send-off you could possibly imagine. And that is a simple video called Every Metallica Song Ranked from Worst to Best. As you can imagine, the sort of infighting I imagine this is going to cause when I say X is better than Y is probably going to not be necessarily unfounded, because there are some decisions I had to make with this list, even at this stage of proceedings, where I feel like there's going to be a lot of saying, "Are you really sure?" And ooh, that's a tough one to talk about. So yeah, because of how really subjective this is going to be, don't be surprised if you see some really strange choices like across this list. There may be some inconsistencies, however, they will make sense in the fullness of time, because, well, if you disagree with that, I don't know, you make a list then, and you tell us what it's all about. And since we're now into the back half of Master of Puppets, I've literally just done, like, because bear in mind, guys, I did Welcome Home Sanitarium and Disposable Heroes back to back, and both of them are very, very easily top 10 contenders. And today's video, I feel like, might not necessarily be a top 10 contender. However, just like the thing that should not be, I think this is just straight up awesome. I really, really, really like Leper Messiah. Because one of the things that I talked about with Disposable Heroes is how war is constantly escalating, and possibly we're ready for yet another global-sized conflict once again. Whereas this one warns about the uprising of false prophets. And let me tell you something right now, guys. I've been doing this for nearly 8 years, and believe you me, I've seen my fair share of people who say they're going to lead us to the promised land almost on a daily basis. You don't have to look very far, but it is worth noting about the so-called worship of such people, but also what exactly they will do when you claim to need them the most. So with that being said, let's go once again. Let's get ready to pray to our knees. Mountain Leper Messiah. Lie. Holy, yes. So, wow, and you know what? Even though we're coming to, again, the end of our time with Master of Puppets, the hits just don't stop coming. In fact, they're coming even faster and faster. And this one is also going to give me a little bit of trouble because, honestly, coming back to this, I really do have quite a soft spot for this. However, and again, the rise of false prophets is something that never really loses its shape, and it's something that could almost be released or talked about really anywhere at any time. So I have to ask the question now: And yet, some of these songs I am really coming back to for like the first time in years. So, this is actually quite difficult because, okay. So, by the way, for reference, what I've actually did is that just before I started this whole thing, I actually made a tier list ranking every single Metallica song from worst to best, and I will not lie when I say this one is probably going to give me a bit of a hard time because there are a lot of things indeed, which probably are going to probably be better than others for slightly hard. It's going to be slightly harder to actually. There's some things I just wish I could say would be easier to do than others. Some of them not. Some of them are well better than others for slightly more interesting reasons than others. However, there is like at least one thing. I think I know. Okay, I'll tell you what. I think for Leper Messiah, I think I know. I'm actually gonna swap this with another song that was on this. So let's swap these round. Okay, so I think Leper Messiah is better than That Was Just Your Life, but slightly behind You Must Burn. There, I think that's a good place to put it. Yeah, I think that's a good place to put it. So, yeah, with only just 2 songs left to go for Master of Puppets, I have to ask the question because I actually do have down below in the comment section a link to this tier list, and if you guys think if there's anything I missed out on, let's see what happens, shall we? But in the meantime, I will see all of you guys again next time. Thank you.